Consider a young girl abandoned by her mother and left to fend for herself in the bush with only a pack of wild dogs for company. Oxana Malaya's astonishing and heartbreaking story is about more than just survival. It's about the horrible repercussions of neglect and the extraordinary strength of the human spirit. Oksana was born in Ukraine in 1983, but her childhood was anything from conventional. Her mother, who struggled with alcoholism, was unable to care for Oksana and eventually abandoned her when she was only 3 years old. Left to her own devices, Oksana ventured into the backyard, where a pack of stray dogs lived. In an unexpected turn of events, the dogs became her family, protectors, and teachers. They welcomed Oksana as one of their own. Oksana spent 5 years living with these wild animals, learning to survive in the worst conditions. She crept on all fours, howled, and communicated via barks and growls, entirely divorced from the human world. She ate like the dogs, getting by on scraps and anything she could find. In her mind, the dogs were her sole family, and she began to identify more with animals than humans. Authorities eventually discovered Oksana when she was 8 years old. However, what they discovered much exceeded their expectations. She had no capacity to speak, no social skills, and her behavior was purely animalistic. She was living proof of how a lack of human interaction may affect a child's growth. The doctors and psychiatrists who treated her confronted a daunting challenge. Could Oksana ever lead a regular life again? Her tale became recognized around the world, both because of the severity of her abandonment and because of the optimism it represented. After years of therapy, Oksana began to relearn fundamental human behaviors. She regained her ability to walk on 2 feet, gradually began to communicate, and gained a comprehension of her surroundings. However, her trip was far from easy. The trauma of those early years would follow her throughout her life, and assimilating to society would be a constant struggle. As she grew older, Oksana's story triggered global discussions about the consequences of neglect, abandonment, and childhood trauma. Despite the odds, she demonstrated the remarkable strength of resilience. Despite everything she went through, Oksana's tale demonstrates that, with the correct care and support, even the most broken spirits can begin to mend. Oxana Malaya now lives a quiet life away from the spotlight, but her tale is a strong reminder of the value of love, care, and early intervention for children. It demonstrates human power, adaptability, and the determination to overcome adversity. Oksana's journey is more than just a story, it's a wake-up call. It's a narrative about hope, survival, and the indomitable human spirit. If you were inspired by Oksana's tale, then like, share, and subscribe for more extraordinary true life stories of survival and strength. You'll be amazed at what the human spirit can accomplish.